I don't think you should have an inquiry unless you're ready to impeach. You know, and that's why we are. And I've never asked any members not to do this, that they all do in their own timing, their own representation, what they believe is right. But what I believe is that when we go forward, as we go forward, it has to run deep. It can't be the Democrats impeach in the House, the Senate, in his view, exonerate, and the Republicans exonerate in the Senate. That this president must be held accountable. So I feel no pressure from my members to do anything, and I have no pressure on them to do anything. You were there for a number of these.
Thanks. Thank you very much. In 1985,
we will be having access to less redacted version of the Mueller report. I had said originally, unless the whole country can see what they show us, we shouldn't see it. But I have, when we had the offer of this less redacted for many more people than just the leadership, I accepted that because I'm afraid, I really don't trust the Attorney General of the United States, and I'm afraid that he may, depending on what is in there, try to, shall we say, deal with ongoing matters in a way that is not constructive for our Constitution. I can't say anything more than that. To Taiwan, one country, two systems. Taiwan's election. But every day the president puts more grounds forward that says he is obstructing justice, and that's what has affected members. They're like self-evident that he is obstructing justice. He's ignoring subpoenas. Article 3 of the Articles of Impeachment for President Nixon were he did not honor the subpoenas of Congress. But I think people still want to see the underlying. But as we see what comes out in this less redacted Mueller report, that may affect the timing. We'll see.
Where exactly is the line for you? I mean, you've sort of spoken about threats to the Constitution from this White House. So when does it rise above all the other stuff for you? What is that trigger?
When we stop finding even more information. This is, as I say, with me, this runs deep. And every day we see more. So why would we stop with our less strong case? If you're going to go down this path, you got to go down this path. You have to make it so clear. Forgive me if I said this already, but I say it all the time, so I'm not sure where I said it last. Maybe on the phone earlier this morning. If you're going to go down this path, you have to make sure that the public has an understanding of why, and that when the president, if the president is impeached, that the Senate understands that they either honor the oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, and if they don't, the public will hold them accountable for not holding the president accountable.
Some have proposed censure, that after exhaustive hearings and your information search, if you could not convict in the Senate and you couldn't actually impeach, that the House could, for history's sake, pass a censure resolution that would force Republicans in the Senate to say something about the president's conduct. Is this something that you're considering?
No.
Okay.
I think censure is just a way out. If you're going to go, you got to go. In other words, if the goods are there, you must impeach. And censure is nice, but it is not commensurate with the violations of the Constitution, should we decide that's the way to go. That's my view. There are a few people in our caucus who say, well, we could just do that. And that's a day at the beach for the president, or at this golf club, or wherever he goes, to get that complexion. More diverse, and I'm so happy to see many women, forgive me, gentlemen, so many. Don't expect the Republicans to do anything but protect the president unless the case is so clear in the public mind.